Emma, Liam, Sophia, and Jake decided to have a picnic at the beach to make the most of the last days of summer. The golden sands and the azure sea made it a perfect spot for a warm summer day. However, little did they know, this beach was filled with dark secrets, and a nightmare awaited them. As they arrived at their picnic spot, the friends laid out a large blanket and began to relax, listening to the sound of the waves. However, as the sun began to set, the atmosphere suddenly changed and the breeze grew colder. Emma felt a strange sensation inside her, but the others didn't listen to her. While having dinner, Sophia suddenly began to look around. "I feel like there's something here, like someone's watching us," she said. The others tried to reassure her, but a sense of unease began to creep in. As the night progressed, amidst the flickering light of the fire and the sound of the waves in the distance, they heard a strange rustling. Liam said, "It's just the wind," but he didn't feel at ease. When Jake noticed the shadow of a strange figure in the distance, the atmosphere grew even more tense. Suddenly, a strange figure emerged from the depths of the beach. In the shadows, a faint light glimmered, and the figure approached rapidly. Emma, Liam, Sophia, and Jake recoiled in fear, but the figure chased after them. They became lost in the dark corners of the beach, desperately trying to escape. As they ran amidst the shadows, Emma suddenly stopped. As the others turned to look at her, her eyes widened and her lip trembled. "There's something there," she cried out. However, they didn't have a chance to see what it was. In an instant, Emma disappeared, and the others began to search for her. In the deep silence, they noticed an old and abandoned structure at the edge of the beach. Sophia's instincts drew them inside. The door opened silently, and a strange light shone from within. Jake and Liam followed Sophia inside, but all they found was an empty room. Emma's voice was not heard, and Sophia began to cry quietly. At that moment, a strange laughter echoed from the abandoned structure, and the door closed, trapping those inside. In the early hours of the morning, on the sands of the beach, the traces of Emma, Liam, Sophia, and Jake disappeared. None of them were ever seen again, and the beach was filled with stories of mysterious disappearances and abandoned structures. The horrific fate of these four friends vanished among the secrets of the shore. Three close friends, Mike, Sarah, and Chris, decided to have a picnic in a wooded area to explore the beauty of nature. When they gathered to enjoy a sunny day, little did they know, this forest was filled with dark secrets, and a terrifying experience awaited them. As they arrived at their picnic spot, the surrounding silence was soothing. However, as the sun began to set, the air suddenly grew colder, and a dark shadow loomed in the depths of the forest. Mike, Sarah, and Chris decided to light a fire to create a warm atmosphere, but the flicker of the flames was not enough to illuminate their surroundings. In the deep silence, as they ate their meals, Sarah suddenly muttered, "Doesn't this place feel eerie?" Chris chuckled. "You're just imagining things, Sarah. This is just a part of nature." However, Mike's face was thoughtful. A strange feeling enveloped him. As the night progressed, the crackling of the fire intensified, and strange noises emanated from the depths of the forest. The three friends became uneasy, but they bolstered each other's courage. After a while, Sarah noticed the shadow of a strange silhouette in the forest. At that moment, the atmosphere became even more unsettling. Suddenly, a scream pierced the air, and the three found themselves face to face with a looming presence, shrouded in darkness. The silhouette, accompanied by its shadow, rapidly approached them. Chris, Sarah, and Mike started to flee, but the dark figure pursued them. They became lost in the labyrinth of the forest, desperately trying to escape. As they ran amidst the shadows, Sarah's voice fell silent for a moment. Chris and Mike frantically searched for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Eventually, Chris and Mike reached a dark clearing and saw the door of a cabin. The door opened silently, revealing a dark silhouette inside. Chris and Mike tried to flee from the cabin, but a force pulled them inside. Inside the cabin, they encountered Sarah's lifeless gaze. At that moment, the shadow within the cabin let out a sinister laugh, and the cabin closed, trapping the three friends inside. After that day, none of them were ever seen again. The forest was filled with stories of mysterious disappearances, and the tragic fate of these three friends remained confined within the depths of that dark forest. Deep within the forest, there lay hidden a mysterious picnic spot. Amidst the lush green trees, amidst the chirping of birds, this spot appeared as a haven where ordinary families could spend peaceful days. However, beneath this tranquil atmosphere lurked a dark secret buried within the depths of the forest. Whispers abounded of the many who had vanished within its confines, shrouding the place in an aura of dread. One sunny day, the Johnson family ventured into this enigmatic forest for a picnic. The family comprised of parents Tom and Emily, and their youngest, 6-year-old Jack. Each wore a face adorned with happiness and excitement. Yet, unbeknownst to them, a peril lay concealed within the forest, poised to turn their innocent picnic into a nightmarish ordeal. The picnic began, and all seemed well. As the family shared their lunch, young Jack frolicked around, playing games in the surroundings. However, his cheerful voice suddenly fell silent. Frantically, his parents scanned the area, but found no trace of Jack. Panic-stricken, they began searching for their child. Yet, no matter how hard they looked, Jack remained elusive. As the sun began to set, the forest fell silent, enveloped in darkness. Desperately, the parents continued their search for their lost son, but with each attempt, they were met only with silence. Eventually, as they wandered hopelessly, a faint childlike laughter echoed in the distance. Hastily, the parents rushed towards the source of the sound. Amidst the trees stood an old, abandoned cabin. Its door creaked open, revealing a shadowy figure within. With astonishment, the parents entered the cabin and found Jack. However, Jack's eyes were vacant, his face devoid of expression. They swiftly scooped up their child and fled from the cabin. Yet, following the incident, Jack remembered nothing. Instead of painful memories, there existed only emptiness. Though the family departed from the forest, a part of them remained behind. Since Jack's disappearance, the forest ceased to be a safe haven for picnickers. The Johnson family never returned, and Jack could never fully forget the memories of that dark day. In the depths of the forest, the tale of the lost little boy still lingers. Some claim he is among the lost souls said to haunt the woods. However, the truth remains known only to those who hold the secrets of this dark forest.